Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. As you can see by the computer in front of me, I just got this iMac G3 for free. Someone literally gave this to me, which was really awesome. Thank you so much to the anonymous person who did that. But there's a problem with this machine. First of all, the hard drive doesn't work. That's not too big of a problem. But second, if we look down here, the power button is stuck in. So that's a bit of a problem. Now, chances are, this is due to brittle plastics, and it's not actually pressed in, so it just doesn't work. So the power button on the keyboard is going to work just fine. But without further ado, let's get in the video. So interestingly enough, this CRT is really reflecting off my studio lights. Yeah, I think this is better. So I'm going to be plugging this in. I have a power cable here. We have a power cord plug in right here. I have done this before when I determined the power button was actually dead, but I did not do any extended testing after, seeing that it didn't work. And let's go ahead and power this machine on. The power button on the keyboard. That was a scary sound from the CRT. The light is on, and the machine is booting up. I'm sorry about the refresh rate. The hard drive appears to be dead, which is to be expected. I knew this was going to happen. And we have an option menu. Let's see if the hard drive will show up in here. I don't expect it to, by the way. I just want to see if the hard drive somehow just isn't selected properly in the boot menu, and that's why it's not working. And no, the hard drive does not appear to be selected. As you can tell, I do not have a mouse plugged in. I did not get the hockey puck mouse, which is a terrible mouse, but I don't have a mouse plugged in right now. Plug in my Raspberry Pi red and white mouse. There we go, the mouse is plugged in. I'm left-handed. And why is the mouse not working? Maybe it requires a reboot or something like that. Alright, this machine's power button seems to have a mind of its own. Yeah, okay, the mouse is working, thank God. We're gonna go back to my totally legit macOS 10.0 disk and insert it into this slot loading drive. I'm kind of worried about doing this because I might lose the disk. Then I'll lose a collector's item on the channel. I mean, I could just tear the machine apart and get the disk back. Now the CD's not even booting. So I guess we're going to have to forcefully get the CD out, which means powering the machine off once again and going through the cycle of it turning on and turning off in weird ways once again. And the disk does not seem to be ejecting. Yeah, it's not ejecting. I did kind of expect that, but you know what? It's a bit disappointing. So let's power off the machine once again and not make it turn on again by unplugging it. Let's try to pull out the RAM door. It's selected in the right direction. Oh, you have to flip it all the way. That's weird. There you go. And there appears to be a green bomb battery, so that's coming out as soon as possible. Alright, now it's time to attempt to take this machine apart, properly. So, in order to properly take apart a machine like this, I need an iFixit guide, because I do not know how to do this. It appears I have to remove this VGA vented door that's, pretty difficult to remove for some reason, even though this was a just a VGA out if your monitor was dead, or if you wanted to cast to a TV because you were at school. There's the VGA. Let's pull out these screws here. Yep, there we go. The screws are coming out. Pretty tight in there. And I'll probably do the thing where I rotate them backwards so that it doesn't destroy the plastic. Alright, here's a bigger screwdriver bit. It's at an awkward angle. There we go. Let's go ahead and pull out the battery, because this is the most important thing. Just put it in my safe space for explosions, aka my drawer. And something interesting, someone has definitely been in this machine before, considering that the hard drive is actually removed. The thing is, I know I have an IDE hard drive somewhere, but the only thing I can find is this SATA drive. Well, that was funny. It was sitting right on my desk, and here's the drive. Here's the IDE drive that I think works. It appears to go in like this, and it screws in. The problem is that the hard drive, caddy sort of thing that I would assume this thing has, Alright, I'm pulling out the RAM sticks because I want some more accessibility into this hard drive slot. Okay, it appears to screw in with the bottom screws here. However, I don't have the screws, and he did not include the screws. I would assume he still has them. Here's my bag of mismatched screws and stuff from an old laptop I took apart because it was broken. Who needs a fourth screw? And look at that. The machine is back together, and hopefully I didn't ruin it. And the machine doesn't explode when I turn it on. And let's turn it on. But this time the hard drive seems to be spinning up. Oh, what? It appears to be booting from the CD this time, actually successfully. Now, there's no operating system on the hard drive, of course, but hopefully we can install an operating system on the hard drive. And that's smooth. You can't see because I'm recording this at like 30 FPS, but man, that CRT is smooth. And the installer is finally loaded. Now I have two annoying patterns. We have a Mawara pattern and we have a strobing line pattern. Yes! The drive shows up. Let's go to drive setup here. Dev disk 1 is partitioned as... No, wait. No, not dev disk 1. Dev disk 0, which is 128 gigs. Okay. I'm going to change the partition scheme to one partition. This computer was free. And by the way, the hard drive that came out of this was picked up from a thrift store for $5, so this machine basically cost me a total of $5 and some cleaning, so pretty good, in my opinion. I don't have Mac OS 9 and don't care right now. This computer was free. Continue. Customize. Disable print drivers. Install. And we're installing. Now, I won't bore you with the details since this recording is extraordinarily long, but I will come back once this installation is completed. Alright, the machine is booting back up. The installation has completed successfully. Now, the only thing left to hope is that the CD drive of the CD seems to be coming out, but it's not ejecting properly. Let's angle the thing down. It appears I'll need some tweezers, which will probably damage the drive, but let's get out the tweezers. Wouldn't damage the drive. It would damage the disc. No, it didn't damage the disc, actually. My totally legit disc is still just as legit as ever. I heard the startup sound extremely loud and clear, which was awesome. So let's just hope that we hear the intro song. Unlike last time where we didn't hear the intro song and it just skipped right past it. Yes! On this iMac, we were Steve Jobs, on the other one, let's be Steve Wozniak. And continue. I put in a password this time. And we are in the system. This computer was free. Now what we're going to do is go to System Preferences. Well, first we're going to go to About This Mac, because I really want to see how much RAM this machine has. 128 megabytes. Beautiful. That is not a lot of RAM. I think this machine should be able to support 1 gig, so I might buy some sticks from OWC or eBay, depending on which is cheaper. But it's brand new and has a warranty. So go there if you need cheap RAM. So in System Preferences, why did I go in System Preferences? I completely forgot, but... Oh, right, Displays. 800 by 600 at 95 hertz. Let's go into 1024 by 768, and wow, that's a lot of flickering. That is terrible. So let's switch back in 800 by 600. Why can't I switch into 640 by 480? Alright, it appears if I do a video on this machine, I'll have to either update it to a version that can support 640 by 480, which has a much less flicker effect, or I'm just going to have to live with a flicker, which is very annoying on recording. So that's about it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to do more of this type of video in the future if you guys like it. So like the video if you like this type of content, and subscribe, and what am I going to say at the end? I'll see you in the future.